Good morning. Good morning. I hope everything's working all right. I woke up, it was 51 degrees here in Indiana. Welcome. I fed all my kitty cats outside and in. Hello, Mike. Welcome. Welcome. Since some of you're new on here, I'm going to tell you a little bit something about me. I'm 70 plus years old, 4 heart attacks, high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, arthritis, back problems, single, on a fixed income around $900. I feel sorry for us old people and your ladies that's on WIC. And I've been reading on the internet like you and watching the news. I don't care if you're a Democrat, Republican, Independent, or whatever, or your religion. The Democrats is blaming Trump for the shutdown. Well, I remember seeing on the news where Congress passed what they wanted. They sent it to the Senate, and the Democrats went, no. Okay, we got a shutdown. What does that mean? From what I've heard and I know because of my old age, is your ladies that got kids and use WIC, you're not going to get it the way I understand. Food stamps that you get probably after Friday, I guess Saturday or Sunday, whenever you get it. We're probably not going to get it. And another thing to worry about, people, when you're flying, the government, is shut down. Look at your TSA, their federal government. Are they going to get paid? And, there's problems. If they're not going to get paid, they're not going to do their job too well. Just use common sense. Do your homework. Your younger people knows where to go to look for stuff like this. Another thing, your people in the control towers. Sorry, I had a phone call come in. That's one thing I hate about being on the cell phone. And your control towers, those people gets paid by the federal government. They're shut down, not getting paid. With my age and other people my age that have been around for 50, 60, 70 years or more, if them control tower people don't get paid, there might be a screw up, a plane crash or something like this. I'd be wary of it. And us veterans that receive veterans benefits, are we going to get that in November? Our Social Security and SSI, are we going to get it? It's all up in the air. The way my son explained something to me, since he's 38, 39, somewhere in there, the post office is still delivering mail. If our government is shut down, people, why is the post office still working? Well, he explained to me, because he's on the computer quite a bit. He said the post office money is a separate entity or whatever, so they're getting paid. I don't know. I just have to wait until the 3rd. I have to wait and see. And for what I read, and my son said, like EBT, let's say food stamps. Everybody know what food stamps is, or EBT. Are we going to get it? Some says no. Some says no. Okay, you all, this is time of the year that you get all these stupid phone calls about your medical insurance. Hello, Dan Hollenbach, Beck. I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, young lady. Some of you that got certain medical insurance get a card to help you out on your food or your water, electric bill. And is that paid by the government? You know, I got questions on it, because with my medical insurance, which I like, I'm not trying to sell you medical insurance with Anthem and Blue Cross. Thank you, my young lady. You look young, maybe in your 20s. I hope I made you feel happy. And I use Anthem and Blue Cross, Blue Shield, whatever you call it. And I get a card for over-the-counter stuff. And so much can go on your electric bill. And who's the other one? But don't quote me on it. I think it's Humana. It does the same thing. Does that come out of the government? I don't know where that comes from. You younger people smart. You know. I just don't know. And some of you have watched my videos. You heard me talk about Amazon. I see last night on the news that Amazon's going to lay off some people. But I bought a computer. I know you all get tired of hearing it, but I don't want you all to get taken care of. I want you all to do your homework. Is that I bought a laptop through Amazon in February of this year, of 2025. Was it HP? Yeah, but everybody got to do homework. You know, if you're going to buy something, and you got to check the commentary or the research. Has there been any recall or having problems with the company? Well, on Amazon, you know they use third-party people. That's what happened. That's okay, but be safe. Be safe. I don't want nothing to happen to anybody on this planet, no matter what race you are. But remember, God loves you. So I got an HP computer. What is it? 17.253 or whatever, touch screen. And the third party is PC Online. PC Online. You can look them up. And you can scroll down like I did when I started having problems. And you go down to the BBB. Everybody knows the BBB is the Better Business Bureau. You see over 100 complaints on PC Online. You all younger people that knows about computers, you heard it, probably seen it on your local TV station, where your computer get held hostage for money or whatever. Well, that's what happened to me. And I screenshot everything. Hello, Yoakum. Yeah, I got my socks on, got my shoes on. Is that I screenshot when I bought the computer. I screenshot the model, serial number, and everything. And I went around and around with HP. They said it was bought in November of last year. How can it be bought when show the receipt? I got it in February of 25, not 24. And gave them the serial number and all that. Guess what, people? I'm trying to educate you. I don't want you to get the shaft. I'd rather see you get the gold mine, not the shaft. They modified it. They're not a dealer or a service technician for HP. It had 1 gigabyte of hard drive. I forget the graphics card, and you all people that's into computers, I think it was 4 or 6, whatever. They upgraded it to 12 or 16. Since they're not licensed to repair for HP or a dealer, that voids the warranty. That's what HP told me. And I'm making payments on that laptop. You all, maybe it goes to Walmart, places where you can apply for credit, which I did, which it's a Firm, AFFIRM, I think, is, hello, Yoakum, is, I paid about 30 some odd dollars a month. I contested the payment. But since you all know Amazon or some other place, you got 30 days return policy. Well, it been over 30 days. But Amazon knew, people, that PC Online was bad people. Excuse me. Is bad people and all that. You tried to call PC Online. You get to talk to anybody? No. You get a voicemail. Do they call you back? No. You send them emails. They email you back? No. They've been turned into the Better Business Bureau. They've been turned into the Attorney General of their state. I got paperwork I got to fill out, but I don't know how to take the screenshots. Hello, Cop Watch, how you doing? It's cold outside, and it's been raining off and on since last night. It's supposed to do it today. And I haven't figured out, I'll probably have to get my son the next time we go to the library, since he's smarter than I am and younger than me by 30 plus years, is how to transfer my pictures over to the printer, which I'm not that smart. Maybe if I had my own printer, but I just don't have the extra money. I don't have any super chats. So I'm hoping, people, that HP will file a lawsuit against PC Online and make it a class action lawsuit. Let's get back to the computer. Everything was working fine with StreamYard and this. And holding the computer hostage. You computer people is smart out there. I'm not. That McAfee kept popping up, which I don't have McAfee. I got my own virus program. And you all know you can X things out or hit the escape button. In my case, people, on my HP laptop, you could not exit out. You go up, hit the escape button, you couldn't get out of it. Then you have to hit apply or OK, where you go to the screen where you pay for it. Then you can X out of it. That kept that up. Finally, I looked down, since I have it plugged in instead of running on battery, it stopped charging. And I couldn't charge it. That's when I start complaining to Amazon, HP. I done too much work yesterday. And I left it unplugged for a couple of months. Plug it back in. You know, on your laptop, you got a light that blinks on. Or it's yellow or orange when it's charging. It done that. Guess what? McAfee popped up and the computer went out. Again. So I'm just trying to educate you people. Everybody knows what I'm going through. And people, if you like to go to people's YouTube channels, if you're a cop watcher, he is a moderator on my channel. I like to help him out and improve his YouTube channel. I'm going to spell it out. It's JOCOKS Cop Watch 6641. Go to Kansas Cop Watch. He got some good videos. And I want to thank my new subscriber. I hope I get her first name. I'm not going to mention her last name. It's Angel. When I woke up this morning, I saw an email. So but people, when I get emails from the new subscribers, I subscribe to your channel. Or if I'm watching videos and maybe you don't have that many subscribers, maybe 1, 5, 6, 8, 10, I'm going to subscribe to your channel. Because you need help just like I do and the rest of us here on YouTube. That's why I subscribe to people, to help them out. Because that's what God wants people to do, is help each other out. We're a YouTube family. The people that's on here that watch my video is my YouTube family. I'm an old person. I have nothing to do. By getting on here trying to teach, it goes to 18-wheeler on the main county road. I guess maybe delivery after the church retreat, probably, is try to educate you, try to help you out, and try to warn you on bad things out there, even if it's a kitchen stove or ice box, stuff like that. And you all that got computers and cell phones, when you get them, you always says update. Okay. I got a washer and dryer. It's a smart. So far, I guess it updates itself. The ice box is not smart. But the kitchen stove, this is where you all gonna have problems. LG ThinQ electric stove. If you go back and watch some old videos about my LG stove, the first one we got in December of last year. I forget the date, but it didn't work. They brought it in from Home Depot, and I guess the monitor or the board or whatever, you got your clock and everything, you couldn't do nothing. It took me and my son better than 2 weeks to get it replaced. LG said call Home Depot. Home Depot said call LG. And they bought a brand new one, put the cord out there, and those beautiful guys that deliver that, about 2 weeks later, took us through. I couldn't figure out how to put the racks in the oven. The guy showed me how. I want to thank those guys from, I guess, Home Depot. And it wasn't 2 to 3 weeks later, the oven stopped. I went to Home Depot, got a bunch of phone numbers, and called LG. They gave me a reference number, and thanks to you people on YouTube, you helped out by calling them and all this about the problems I was having. Well, then they moved it up the ladder, I guess, the president's team or whatever. So they contact my son, since that's in his name, in case I was to kick the bucket. He'll have a kitchen stove or stuff like that if he has to move. Depends on who I got my loan to, if they accept him. And so he had to take all the stickers off of the LG ThinQ, put them on a plate, take pictures of it, and I guess email them or whatever. Then he had to take it to CVS and FedEx it to them. And I've noticed on the monitor or the little screen they got up there on the stove, it kept doing stupid crap like recalibrating or upgrading, or it might say 90, 70, 60, 90 or stuff like that. And we supposed to got our money back. No, they took the warranty away, for what my son tell me. But you're gonna have to update everything that's smart. I'm just letting you know, in case you all have any problems with any smart stuff like ice boxes. They're gonna have to be updated. I'm gonna let you in let you all up on something. When whoever brings you a new stove, ice box, or microwave, anything that's smart, see if they will update it for you and tell you how to update it. If you don't, you're going to have problems like I did. Today is Tuesday. I am cold. That's what happens, people, when you got diabetes. You get cold. I got it sitting on 69 degrees. I can't sleep when it's hot. I can't breathe when it's hot. Oh, I forgot I am single. I want you all to welcome Angel. She's a new subscriber, like I said. I don't have her permission to give out her YouTube channel. She'll let me know later. But I want to thank you all that have helped me out, young and old. Which kitty cat is it outside? One of the baby calico cats. But the younger people, I know kids ain't supposed to be on our YouTube channel. I don't mind kids under 18 on here, as long as they don't tell them their age or what grade they are in school. They're computer smart. And I don't call the kids on the telephone. That's a no-no. They have helped me to explain to me in common sense, where an idiot could understand about computers and cell phones, stuff like that. I want to thank those younger people helping us old people out on computers and cell phones or smart stuff. I appreciate it. And that's how come I chose this computer from Amazon, thanks to the young kids telling me what I need and what I can afford. And I really appreciate it. You got some people that got kids on their YouTube channel. They're stranger danger. You know what they are. There's a YouTube channel I watch. And he's on my YouTube channel. It's Austin Garrett. And there's a bunch of Austin Garretts on YouTube. You can find the one got a yellow car with a black stripe. I want you to go to his YouTube channel. He has a person on his YouTube channel who is a stranger danger person. Him and his fat wife. I didn't mention names. And he said he could pass a lie detector. With my experience and the friends I got that does lie detector, federal, state, and stuff like that, said number one, if you're a nervous person, if you got bad nerves, you're gonna flunk. You take certain type of medicine, like blood pressure medicine, you're gonna flunk. That's a fact. If you got nervous problems, you're not supposed to take a lie detector. They tell you, you seen yourself, they can't use lie detectors in court. They're telling you a lie. They can use it in court. I think you sign some papers before you take the lie detector test. I don't know, but don't take a lie detector test. Talk to a lawyer. He or she will advise you not to take it. But I found out, I'm hoping crimes against children, I know there's 50 on my channel. Federal, state, crimes against children, and all that is on everybody's YouTube channel. I want the crimes against children to go to Austin Garrett's YouTube channel. Look for a yellow car with a black stripe. And you see the people that's on his panel. He's using StreamYard. And I found out that this stranger danger, I don't think I get in trouble, lives in the state of Kentucky. It took me a while to figure out KSP. Is that Kentucky State Police or is it Kansas State Police? The more I watch the video, listen to him talk, he was in Kentucky. The more I watch him, I know him and his wife. I think they've been over to Indiana too. I'm not sure, but he looks awful familiar. But I'm hoping the Kentucky State Police go to Austin Garrett's YouTube channel and investigate this guy on there. Like I said, stranger danger, people. They teach you all kids in school. Don't tell people your age. Don't give them where you go to school. You've been taught that, I say, in elementary school. And your parents. Be safe. Don't meet them. Don't call them. Tell your parents, it might possibly be a kid. But adults poses as kids, so be careful, you younger people. I know you all in school, but you be watching this later with your parents. I want your kids to be safe. Sometimes your parents tell you stuff, oh, they don't know what they're talking about, your mom and dad. Remember, children or people under 18, they was your age at one time. They know every trick in the book. So watch out for the stranger danger people. You know, protect yourself. That's one. Hello there, HMA from Pakistan. You're welcome, my friend. Welcome. I'm not discriminating against anybody because God created us all in His image. Even if you're a Muslim, your God created you in the Muslim religion. Thank you. I usually get on here about 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning. But there's places I saw videos, maybe it's China or Philippines. You can go over there and buy you a wife for $5 to $50. I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that. But then you have to get passports, birth certificates, and all that to bring her back to the USA. But I want to ask your ladies, it's on here. I told you I'm 70 plus and I'm single on a fixed income around $900 a month. And I'm looking for a new girlfriend. I'm looking in the age range about 30 and above. I know I'm old enough to be their grandpas. But those questions I ask, do we like the same music? Do we like the same TV shows? You know, those questions I ask. And one thing, ladies, no smoking cigarettes, no alcohol, no illegal drugs. You know, you honest. You know, your ladies have the right to be treated as a queen. No fighting with your mate. That's how I believe, because I'm too old to fight. I'm more of a lover and a fighter. You know, but to help you all out, when I know you treat ladies nice. You don't abuse ladies, no matter where you are in what country. Every country's different. And you treat your ladies with respect. And I know your men is gonna get mad at me. Ladies is always right. If you want to keep peace in the family, they're always right. I know men said they're wrong, but the men that tells me that, their wives ain't with them. And another thing to help you out, make it 30, 40, 60. Hello, Ronnie. Welcome. That don't forget birthdays. Today's somebody's birthday. Don't forget anniversaries. Don't forget about getting close to Christmas. Don't forget about Christmas presents. Don't forget about anniversaries. When you met your better half, where did you go on your first date? You know, don't forget that stuff. And also, February, people, don't forget Valentine's Day. Ladies appreciate Valentine's Day. You know, you always tell your better half you love them before you go to bed. You get up in the morning time, you tell them you love them. If you got kids, you tell them you love them before they go to bed. You tell them before you go to work or before they go to school. You try to keep peace in the family. peace on earth. You know, I wish now what I know, since I'm 70 years old, I should have done some of the things that I'm telling you all. That's how come now, if I find me a girlfriend, but she has to live in Indiana, close to me. Because if something don't work out, you can go back to your parents or whatever. That's how come I want you to live close to me. I live in, there's LB, she's coming and running. I only got 2 outside mama cats left out of 4. As you know, my number 1 mama cat, Blackie, passed away last December. She brought 4 of her babies over here 3 or 4 years ago. Every time she comes over to eat, you know how mama cats are, the babies are falling. They got ran over up there on the main road. Mama Blackie listened to me. She left 4 of her babies here. They had babies. You know, some of the babies that she brought over as mama cats, they're smart, like LB. She would have her babies up on the porch. I got a space like that where they can get underneath the porch to have the babies. But I got one mama cat, I call her Boots. She's gray with white feet. She never has her babies here on the property, either back in the shed or underneath the porch. She goes someplace else and have them. That's how come I got Midnight, Snowball, Wildcat, and Captain. 4 of her babies. They brought them when they got old enough to eat and drink milk. They're scaredy cats. Midnight's the oldest tomcat. And next is Wildcat. The reason I call him Wildcat, because you can't pet none of those cats except when it's time to eat. I pet Midnight. I pet Wildcat. Captain. Boots. Boots is always friendly. She lets me pet her and like that. But Mama Blackie was a good cat. When she died, she was in this house. And I don't know if it was John Wayne or Tiger. I knew she was going to die. You know. She came in, she ate, had her canned cat food, drank some milk, got in the clothes basket. She always slept in the bathtub up on the seat that we sit on when we take a shower. And I went to the bathroom. John Wayne was in there with her. I got up the next morning in December. She was dead. But John Wayne was still with her. Make sure she didn't die alone. You know, outside animals, dog, cats, or whatever outside pet you got, they usually go away and die, where you won't grieve over them. But Mama Blackie, she was a good mama cat. She took care of her own babies, took care of her grandkids, she took care of her great-grandkids, just like a mother cat. And you seen it in other videos, I gave you my post office box, which is Tom Cartwright at Post Office Box 1, Charlestown, Indiana, zip code 47111. And, like gift cards. And you can go on your search engine, look at Tractor Supply, and look for multiple cat food. It's a 44-pound bag of cat food. and you can see the price of it. Remember, Indiana is a 7% sales tax. And in November, if we get our checks, I'm praying to God that we do, I'm going to have to buy 2 40-pound bags of cat food. That's 88-pound bags. It'll hurt me. And I usually buy tuna fish. They get tuna fish once a night or once a week for a special treat since they're so good. Since it's getting cold outside, a tomcat, this is his second year, I think. I'm not sure. It could be 3 years. I'm thinking 2. Last year when Tomcat showed up, I could pet him. He'd rub around my leg. This year, he stands, a little way off. You seen the outside videos of my little cot. I put dry cat food out there. Usually, I put milk in a bowl out there, but since it's cold and it's been raining off and on, it's supposed to do this all day and late into the night. But I put the milk on the porch in the bowl. Tomcat hasn't shown up, but he'll show up maybe once a week. But I know there's pet lovers. I know money's tight. That's how come I want you all to subscribe to everybody's YouTube channel. Help them get their subscribers up. Help them get their watch hours up. That way we can get super chats. And you all, I've told you all in the past, people charge memberships. Am I going to do it? The answer is no. YouTube is free. So I'm not going to charge you a membership. I'm not like What the Hell's in Otter Creek, Florida and Ohio and other people. I want you to have everything free of charge. YouTube is free. Unless I had super chats, then you can give me whatever you want. But right now, I can't do super chats. You all can donate through YouTube. You all smarter than me. You understand it. When it comes December, I've been live on YouTube 1 year this December. And God wants me to talk about Him. As you all know, I've been doing on Sundays around 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bob Joyce in Benton, Arkansas. I told you this might be my last one. The down at Bob Joyce. That's one of the things I hate about cell phones. If you live, you get phone calls coming in. That's one thing I miss about my laptop, my studio mic, and all this. I miss that. But I just don't have the money to fix it. Probably have to take it to Best Buy, and they got to reset it and put new Windows 11 on it, or 10, 11, one of it's up. I can't remember. And redo that. Because, like I said, I'm being held hostage. You computer people knows what I'm talking about. So be wary of PC Online. If you go, Sam's, Walmart, or Target, any place that sells computer, see who their third party is. If it's PC Online, stay away from them. You get the shaft instead of the gold mine. If you don't believe me about PC Online, you can go to your search engine. You can look. I want to thank everybody. I usually do it in an hour, but this is Tuesday morning. See, between 10, it's probably about 10:15 now, Eastern Standard Time. And I want to thank you all that has subscribed to my YouTube channel. Like I say, I'm just an old man, bored to death. I listen to your people. Sometimes I do a Q&A, questions and answers. If I can answer it, I help you out. But I don't want anybody to abuse anybody on the YouTube channel. As if you watch, hello, Boots. She come running back. She must heard something on the porch. Boots is a gray and white cat. I don't want you to get taken advantage of. I want you kids to be safe from stranger danger. If somebody's texting you, be wary. It might be a kid, but it could be an adult saying he's a kid, or maybe have a picture of a kid. Be scared. Report this to your parents. Or if you're being bullied in school, you report it to the appropriate people in school and your parents. And I know there's people over 18 that's getting bullied. You're younger people. You're thinking about getting married. You want to see what it takes to last 20, 40, 60, 70 years. I don't know if people live to be 70. If they got married at 20 on 78, they'd be 90 years old. And you people that lives close to me, I had a neighbor, a teacher. He was my children's principal, Terry Newton. He passed away, I think, over the weekend. His funeral, I think, is Friday at Grayson's Funeral Home in Charlestown. You can look it up. He was a good neighbor, teacher, principal with my kids. He was a principal at the Old Pleasant Ridge School. And had this one teacher in PE in elementary school. I'm not going to mention his name. And he started cussing out my kids and the other kids. Well, when my children told me about it, I went up there, request to talk to the principal, Mr. Newton. I was the only man there. I'm the only man. The rest of them was mothers. Mr. Newton, God rest his soul, so he's in heaven, teaching the kids that's up in heaven now. I told him, I said, if you don't take care of this idiot, so-and-so, I'm going to make a new door in the cafeteria. Well, Mr. Newton knew how I was. He knew what I meant. This male teacher, he got his tail chewed out and moved someplace else. We don't need teachers that cuss our kids out in school. And I've seen on the news, I think it was last night, on the app I got, a JCP, Jefferson County Public School, which is in Louisville, Kentucky. They're talking about laying people off in the school system because there's not enough teachers. And people, I tell you, I'm 70 plus years old. You people that's my age, when you was in school, we had a classroom of 10 to 15 kids. One teacher can take her time, spend time with you. While you're in elementary school, you only have one teacher. When you get in junior high, you have a bunch of teachers. And with 10 to 15 kids in the classroom, your teacher can spend time with you. Now it's 20 to 50 kids in the classroom. That one teacher cannot spend time with your kids. It's slow. They can't do it. I'm asking your kids that watch this later to help your kids that's in your class. If you're a straight A student, help the kids in your class. Maybe some of the kids make F's or D's or C. Help them. Because one day, those kids that you helped are going to remember you. And if they might be a VIP person one day. They're not going to forget that. I was watching a video last night. I forget. He was a singer. He came out on the stage. He looked out. It's around the front row. And he said, your name, I think, was Chelsea, but I'm not sure. He said, your name Chelsea. She said, yeah. So we was in the 7th or 8th grade together, and we dated. And her face turned all different colors. I appreciate that singer. But you all probably saw that video too. So I want you all not to bully people, no matter how young or how old. Because karma is the B word, people. You will get paid back. I don't care if you've been in jail or prison. You deserve a second chance. God forgives you. I forgive you. I'm not going to judge you. It's up to God. God is the judge, the jury, the prosecutor, the public defender. That's all God. Some of you might go down to the fireplace. Some of you are going to go to heaven. Or you're going to be stuck in the middle until God decides, or the Muslim people decide where you're going to go. God don't want you all to hate people. Oh, there's a captain. But God wants you all to love everybody. God wants you not to hate. There's been another shooting over in Louisville, Kentucky this week. They at least have one shooting a day. And with Louisville, Kentucky ABC Board, Alcohol Beverage Commission, if somebody gets shot outside of your business, no matter if you're just walking by, they suspend your alcohol license. That's what's going on in Louisville, Kentucky. Something that happens outside. It's on your property. I don't know how every state or country is. Like in Kentucky, it's mostly black people getting shot. Black is shooting black people. Please stop it. Please stop it, everybody. No fighting. Go to church. Put your faith into God. There's killings over drugs. As you all probably on the news, if you live close to me, or maybe national news, that Kentucky came medical marijuana state. So far, it's been maybe 8-9 months. You still can't get it. I don't know what's the holdup. People got their medical marijuana card, but you can't buy it yet. I like to see all 50 states get, hello, yeah, 357 with a 44. I like the 9. 357, who used to use that 357? Was that Clint Eastwood? Well, but, if it's legal, I like the 9, because people, if you don't know about ammunition, yeah, Dirty Harry, look in where you buy ammunition. No matter what country you're in, you can buy 9mm bullets any place on the planet. 45, 357, 44, you're going to have problems. 9mm, you can buy them mostly any place, if I'm right. So if you was going to buy a pistol or a rifle, I don't think they make a rifle in a 9, but pistols they do. But I think they got some. Hey, I like some of those games that people plays on YouTube, but it's hard for me. Yeah, I knew they made some kind of machine gun or TAC-9 or 9mm, but you can always find bullets for 9. People, if you're thinking of maybe buying your gun, I'm a gun safety person, I'm an expert. Take your training course. Learn the safety of the gun you're going to use. Target shoot with them. Like my son, he was in security. To get qualified with a 9 or any weapon, he had to go to a shooting range with an instructor and shoot targets, this and that. And he's qualified and all this on a 9 or any weapon. Stand behind a wall and kind of popping out and shooting, Go through the training course. Learn the safety. I want everybody to be safe. As you all probably seen this year in Arkansas, I forget the county it was in, and this person moved from Indiana to Arkansas. He was a deputy sheriff here in Indiana, Hamlet, Indiana. That's when I want everybody to take a safety course. Because people don't kill people. Guns kill people that don't know really what to do. Well, let's get back to this stranger danger. Well, in Arkansas, where this deputy retired sheriff moved to Arkansas, he was a school resource officer in Hamlet, Indiana. But I wish I could find the book. I had everything written down. I hate these phone calls. That's one thing I hate about a cell phone. Well, usually when the stranger danger gets arrested, his bond is usually $50,000 to up to $500,000. Well, this lady judge in Arkansas, you can find it on YouTube, or maybe Facebook, because the father announced he's running for sheriff. They put this stranger danger guy under less than $1,500 bond and a protective order to stay away from this 12 or 13-year-old girl. I forget. But since this is 25, she's 14 now. Well, last year, this retired deputy sheriff went to the house, kidnapped this 13-year-old girl at the time. that people's dogs started barking. So the mother and father ran upstairs. The girl was gone. They called 911. Well, you know how it went if you've been watching the news from Arkansas. A stranger danger deputy sheriff came after the father some kind of weapon. He shot him and killed him. They charged the father with second-degree murder. Put a gag order on him that nobody could talk about it. Nobody in the courthouse or anything. You know, and like this. And couldn't, GoFund, they had to give all the money back for his lawyers. I forget the YouTube channel, but they interviewed the father and told him where to go to donate. And this lady went to the Supreme Court in Arkansas. I believe it was 4 charges. And describing what this lady judge in Arkansas did. That means that the judge's clerks couldn't go to look at it without getting arrested. The judge couldn't do anything without, even the lawyer that went in front of the Supreme Court in Arkansas got arrested. Those 4 judges in Arkansas overturned that. He's out of jail. From what I saw on YouTube and TikTok, he announced that he's running for sheriff of that county of the Crooked Sheriff's Department. I blame the judge in Arkansas making his bond so low. He kidnapped her, sexually abused this young girl, and the bond was less than $1,500. It is. It is, people. He's probably 50, 60 years old. What gets me, I blame the state of Indiana. He was accused of it. I don't know. Let's see if I can. I got to turn around and look for it. I have written down. I got to get up and look for it. Whoa. I don't know where the book is. I gotta move my tripod where I can look for it. There'll be no telling where I put it. Oh, there it is. I think I found it. Let's see if now I can put my tripod back over it. Let me put my cell phone down where I can plug it back in and set it back up on the tripod. Oh. I see. Okay. Let's get back to Arkansas. His name was Mike Fosler, 67 years old, from Hamlet, Indiana. In Arkansas, it was, I'm going to tell you the county, Lonoke County in Arkansas. The father's name that killed that stranger danger was Aaron Spencer. You know, that was the father that killed the stranger danger. And the YouTube this was on, people, I'm going to spell it, is Lackluster. Lackluster. It was on his YouTube channel. You seen it? No, Stranger Danger. Stranger is maybe like a child molester or a predator, you know. They teach kids stranger danger. It could be about law enforcement. But instead of saying child molester, I use stranger danger. And you all can look it up. This happened in Lonoke, Lonoke County, Arkansas, where this happened. Lonoke County, Arkansas. And the SOB, Mike Fossler, let me do it. Mike, Fosler, 67 years old, from Hamlet, Indiana, a deputy sheriff. If that judge would make his bond higher, the father of the child would be charged with second-degree murder. I believe he goes to court, I think January of 26. And the judge that let this stranger danger out of the jail is the same woman judge that put Aaron Spencer under $150,000 bond. I say she's in trouble. I don't know what you people live in Arkansas knows how your court system works. I know here in Indiana, like your Supreme Court of Indiana. Hello, R.M. Thank you. I know you work all the time with your people. I try to say this, but sometimes I forget. You know nurses out there that works in the hospital or the doctor's office. I want you to thank a nurse for the good job they do, no matter if it's a man or a woman. Nurses out there, I know, they got a hard job. When I had my heart attack years ago, I had maybe 1 or 2 male nurses. The rest of them was lady nurses. I appreciate those lady nurses that works in ICU, that takes care of critical ill people. They go through abuse. They get PTSD sometimes because they get involved with their patients. Hello, Desi. And they get involved with their patients. You got that's how come I try to treat everybody human. Nurses, no matter if they're in a critical care area or they taking care of a little baby who was born early, they get attached to those babies. I know a bunch of nurses that takes care of babies, people at my age that have heart attacks. They go through a lot. As RM told me and other nurses told me, maybe some of you don't know it. You think when you go in the hospital, you're going to get a vacation. You people like I did, you be taking a kitty cat nap. Why do they wake you up? You ever thought to ask them nurses why? I did. Because when they take your blood pressure, some people will come up swinging. You know how it is when somebody wakes you up. You get mad. That's how come they wake you up. Said, sir or ma'am, we're going to take your blood pressure. Is that okay? And they shake their head. Because then they're awake and the nurses don't get hit. That's how come the nurses wakes you up to take your blood pressure or whatever. If you're in a coma, I don't think you fight back. They go ahead and take your blood pressure, or they got the BP cup that's on the machine, you know. But I want you all, the next time you're in a hospital or a doctor's office and a nurse walks in, thinking for the service. Also think a veteran for the service. You ever think how we get our food, our house, where we get the wood from, who delivers the wood? Yeah, social workers. Yeah, them too. Some of those social workers is a-holes. They don't care. Like, you know, jobs is hard. You know, like, I don't know if you knows anything about Otter Creek, Florida. It's in Levy County, Florida. I know some of you don't like What the Hells, or you've been watching Tug and Megan Fox. What I don't like about Florida, the CPS or whatever they call them in Florida, they're dumb. I'm going to call her Turtle Lady. If you've been watching that, you all know who Turtle Lady is. She used different names, says she's a preacher. She used to do a pole dancing, this and that. Her own kids tell you how bad a mother she was. She adopted this kid who's on the sick list. And Turtle Lady moved down there to Otter Creek to get close to What the Hells. They don't live in the house. They either live in a shed or a trailer. Don't have what they have classified as a legal bathroom. You use a bucket. If you from Florida, you know the laws. That's what I don't like about the CPS in Florida. This child of Turtle Lady that she adopted is 5 years old and still in diapers, people. Don't contact any of those people that I mentioned, because I could get in trouble. But, you know, CPS in every state's different. I know if Turtle Lady was here in Indiana and doing what she's doing there, they done took that child away. The child grandparents or aunts is fighting them in court. Turtle Lady has lied when she adopted it, which you all seen the paperwork, the paper trail. You seen it on What the Hells, and the aunts and her daughters talked about the illegal. You know, have the CPS ever came there? Has the CPS ever she said, no, 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 no. That's illegal. That should be something that the Florida CPS should look into. She lied on the application. She's been married probably more times than I have. Used different names. Two YouTubes this week, or maybe over the weekend, lost their YouTube channel. Paint Chips, I think, was one of them. And I'll forget who the other one. Broke the YouTube rules. You know, if you've been watching a couple of them, you know who I'm talking about, Paint Chips and the other one. But you don't break the YouTube rules. There's a reason for it. You know, just like YouTube says, kids can't be on here. This is how come I got not made for children. But you read YouTube rules for a child. Okay, thank you. You have a great Tuesday morning or wherever you're at. Take it easy. Do your good deed. If you can help people out, I know everybody's low on money, you know, can help them out. I don't care, people, if you're a Democrat or a Republican. What we're going to do, right now, the ladies that's on WIC can't get their WIC vouchers. Are we able to get our food stamps in November? Just think about it. Our Medicare, Medicaid, whatever you get on Social Security. Are we going to have that? We all deserve help. But people getting on Trump, sending the illegals back to where they came from. Here's people, my advice. I'm not that smart. Your younger people know. All they have to do is cut the money off. Cut the money off from the illegal. Cut the Medicaid. Cut all that off. Cut their income. They're guaranteed they go back where they came from. In case you all don't know this. The illegal comes and they can get a debit card. They got $15,000 loaded on it that they can spend on whatever they want to. All they have to do on the back of it, call and activate it and the password. They get $15,000. Where's my free $15,000? Where's my free new car? Where's my free house? I got to make a house payment. You know, we should be upset. Some of us worked hard. Our veterans worked hard for fighting for our rights. And it's up to your younger generation to fight for us older people, because there might not be nothing left for you. What I mean fighting, you do it legal, through the steps. No fighting, no threatening people, stuff like that. So I want to thank you all. It's time for me to go up and check on my cats. I love you all. Goodbye.